Great to be here with you guys today. Caitlin Clark gets kneed in the groin, punched in the throat. Alyssa Thomas puts all of her body weight on her to stand up after falling to the ground, punching her and kneeing her in the groin. No foul gets called. They play on. Caitlin Clark shoots a three. A player on the Phoenix Mercury gets into her landing space. Caitlin Clark comes down on her foot. No flagrant called. Caitlin Clark comes up, holding her back.
The silence was finally broken, but not with words. It was the look on Caitlin Clark's face as she was escorted to the back that said everything her PR team tried to hide. After taking a brutal blow to the throat and a knee to the groin from Alyssa Thomas, the WNBA superstar reached her absolute breaking point. This wasn't just a physical assault on the court. It was a psychological war. The league watched in silence as their golden girl was treated like a punching bag. The fallout is now threatening to completely destroy the entire Indiana Fever organization.
With Caitlin Clark, Stephanie White, you ride with Alyssa Thomas. You ride with DeWanna Bonner. You don't ride with the CC22. You wish you did. You want people to think that you do, but you don't. You ride for Alyssa Thomas. You ride for DeWanna Bonner. You don't ride for Caitlin Clark. You don't ride for your team. The only person you might ride for is Kelsey Mitchell. You're disgusting. Number one. The fact that you didn't get a technical today lets us all know you don't have the cojones, the gonads, the heart, the will, the want to.
The violence started early, and it was personal. Alyssa Thomas didn't just play hard. She played dirty. Imagine falling to the ground and instead of getting up, you use your entire body weight to pin a rookie down while jabbing your fist into her throat. That is precisely what happened to Caitlin Clark. There was no foul called, no flagrant review, and absolutely no protection from the officials. It was a clear message from the old guard of the WNBA. You are not welcome here, and we will hurt you to prove it. The lack of skill was replaced by pure, unadulterated physicality.
Disgusting. Number one. The fact that you didn't get a technical today lets us all know you don't have the cojones, the gonads, the heart, the will, the want to stick up for your players, and you don't have the care to stick up for Caitlin Clark. You don't care about that player. You look at Caitlin Clark, that's your meal ticket. That's the person that's going to get you on a national stage so you can get credit for things that you don't deserve credit for. That's the person that you're going to hitch your wagon to so you can get all these broadcast jobs. So the Indiana Fever and their 2,000 fans can glaze you and kiss your behind. While the real Caitlin Clark fans are like...
But the nightmare was only beginning for the rookie sensation. Moments after the throat punch, Caitlin was back on the perimeter launching a three-pointer. As she came down, a Phoenix Mercury player deliberately entered her landing space. Caitlin landed hard on her foot, her body contorting in a way that made every fan in the arena gasp. She immediately reached for her back, the same back that the Indiana Fever coaching staff had been lying about for weeks. The referees stood by, hands in their pockets, as the most valuable player in the league limped away in agony.
Caitlin Clark left the game late in the third quarter. The Indiana Fever lost, and to be as transparent as I possibly can, I don't care. To be as transparent as I possibly can, to be as upfront and honest as I possibly can, I don't care. Caitlin Clark's not playing. Whatever. Okay, they lost. So what? Kelsey Mitchell should have carried them to the victory, right, Stephanie? Right? Kelsey Mitchell should have carried you to the victory. The hub should have carried this game. No, you lost Caitlin Clark. You lost the game. Yeah, good for you. What we all care about is Caitlin Clark leaving the game with a back injury.
Where was Stephanie White during this absolute carnage? She was on the sidelines, arms crossed, seemingly more interested in her own reflection than her player's safety. Fans noticed the weird behavior, the twitching, the sniffing, and the total lack of emotion as her superstar was being dismantled. This is the coach who claimed she would ride for Caitlin Clark. Yet, when the moment came to get a technical foul or demand a review, she stayed silent. It was a betrayal that felt calculated, leaving Caitlin to fend for herself in a league that seems to want her gone.
Right, Stephanie? Right? Kelsey Mitchell should have carried you to the victory. The hub should have carried this game. No, you lost Caitlin Clark. You lost the game. Yeah, good for you. What we all care about is Caitlin Clark leaving the game with a back injury. The same back injury that Stephanie told us wasn't an injury. The same back injury that they tried to hide until they got called out about it. You can see her walking gingerly to the back right there. Now the question is, how does she sustain these injuries? The Indiana Fever update: Caitlin Clark will not leave.
The truth about Caitlin's injury is finally surfacing, and it's much darker than anyone imagined. For weeks, the Fever organization tried to hide the fact that she was wearing a back brace. They called it load management. They fired reporters like Scott Agnes for simply telling the truth. But you can't hide the way someone walks when their spine is screaming. Caitlin has been playing through levels of pain that would sideline most veterans. All while her own coach tells the media that there is no injury. The gaslighting within this organization has reached a truly disgusting level.
Knee in the groin, fist on the throat. They hate that white girl. My reaction. You don't like it? Too bad. Knee in the groin, fist on the throat. They hate that white girl. Look at this. She falls down. Here comes Alyssa Thomas. Knee in the groin. And here she comes. Fist on the throat. Knee in the groin. Fist on the throat. Alyssa Thomas doing what Alyssa Thomas does. Showing what a talentless hack she is.
It's becoming increasingly clear that Stephanie White cares more about her relationships with veteran players like Alyssa Thomas and Dana Bonner than she does about her own rookie. Why didn't she crash out over that throat punch? Factual reports suggest she's protecting her future broadcast career and her status in the WNBA's inner circle. To Stephanie, Caitlin Clark is just a meal ticket, a way to get on a national stage and take credit for success she didn't earn. She's hitching her wagon to a star while letting that same star get beaten into the floorboards.
Talentless hack she is. Showing what a talentless hack she is. When you don't have skill, you use physicality. Alyssa Thomas. Again, folks, this play, no foul, no flagrant, no review. Just Caitlin Clark, get up and play on. And then she leans all of her weight on Caitlin Clark, getting up while continuing to jab her in the throat. No play here. And they said the referees were going to call this game tight. My ass, they're going to call this game tight. My ass.
In the locker room, the atmosphere is reportedly even worse. While Caitlin is in the back getting treatment for a potentially season-ending injury, the old guard are dabbing each other up and high-fiving. They love seeing the new girl humbled. They want to keep their little clique together, and they don't want the spotlight that Caitlin brings. It's a toxic environment where the veterans would rather lose games than see a rookie succeed. The Indiana Fever didn't just lose the game to the Mercury. They lost their soul and their integrity in the process.